Ready? Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the National Soccer Network. I'm Dan Stickrad, along for the call. Tonight's Women's Premier Soccer League opener, MCLEAN Soccer, UKFC. 90 minutes to decide who will win this season opener here in 2025. We are at the Verada Soccer Complex. Richmond, Virginia is the site. We're just minutes away from opening kickoff 2025. The Women's Premier Soccer League has expanded greatly across the country this season. Over 140 teams from coast to coast, contending in a wide variety of different divisions and conferences, with the hopes of at least advancing to the postseason come July. These two sides compete in the Atlantic Conference, the District Division, 5 teams in that league. Slight name change from last year. They were the South Atlantic, the District Division. MCLEAN was 6-1-1 overall last season. They had a 30-12 scoring edge and finished 19 points in the division, 3 points behind Arlington Soccer, which finished 7-0-1 on the 2024 campaign. UKFC finished third in the division. They were 4-4-0 overall with 12 points, but they were outscored 23-19 during that 2024 season. So once again, welcome to the National Soccer Network. We'll have the opening kickoff here in just a few minutes. Lots of action here on the network. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, and throughout the next 3 months is the amateur and pre-professional soccer leagues across the country take center stage, with thousands of broadcasts here on NSN. 85-degree temperatures out on the East Coast, as after yesterday's storms rolled through the Midwest and the East Coast. Much better temperatures here today across the country. So if you're looking for your fill of soccer this weekend, you can check out our USL League 2, USLW, American Premier Soccer League, UPSL, Midwest Premier League, and so much more on the docket, not just this weekend, but again over the next several months. So we're still waiting for the teams to come out for the opening kickoff. 5:32 p.m. So this is the WPSL, one of their matches of the week.
I'm going to go to commercial real quick.
But we'll be right back for the opening kickoff and more after a word from our sponsors. You're watching Women's Premier Soccer League on the National Soccer Network.
Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
Go get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
for Baccarat, and that goes in! Hugo Baccarat gives Flint City a 3-2. Buckley, oh, the ball falls to Buckley. One-on-one with Etheridge. What a save! Welcome into the first ever MSN All-State Media Day for girls soccer. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrett. Ball comes in, a good head! 1-0! Shot, another save from Etheridge! Rebound, and it goes in the back of the net. The Bulldogs up 1-0! Burzma, but then for Vlasma! 3-0! Stewart Heights with a shot! Upper 90 and in! Effectively today here on the Michigan Soccer Network, we are launching our new division of player recruitment videos. Mario Canoe now finds Sock. Finds Sock's got a left-footed banger. He shoots it, and it's in! The Red Hawks equalize!
Okay, welcome back to the National Soccer Network. I'm Dan Stickrad. We're still on a weather delay for this Women's Premier Soccer League season opening matchup. McLean Soccer, UKSC, homestanding side from Richmond, Virginia. Players are finally out onto the turf, stretching and warming up for today's match. Supposed to kick off at 5:30. Now 5:58. There's been lightning in the Richmond, Virginia area as the storms that rolled through the Midwest yesterday are now on the East Coast and wreaking havoc out in that part of the country. We should be underway here momentarily.
About 60 seconds till they line up, it sounds like.
Okay. So these two teams both compete in the Atlantic Conference, the District Division. McLean, again, finished second in the division last year with a 6-1-1 overall record and a 30-12 scoring point. They finished with 19 points, 3 points behind division champion Arlington Soccer. And that side was 7-0-1 with a 29-4 scoring edge. And in third place, UKSC, their very first year into the Women's Premier Soccer League a year ago. They were 4-4-0 overall. They were outscored 23-9 and finished a distant third with 12 points. 5 teams in the district division this year: the Alexandria Reds, Arlington Soccer Blue, Arlington Soccer Red, UKFC, and McLean Soccer. So we'll see over the next couple months which team ends up winning the division championship and qualifying for the WPSL national tournament, which will commence later this summer. And which sides will call their 2025 season complete come mid-July. Once again, Dan Stickrad with the National Soccer Network will be on the call here today. A host of games around not just the Women's Premier Soccer League, but around many leagues across the country in both the amateur and pre-professional soccer space, between men's soccer and women's soccer. USLW, USL League 2, along with the Women's Premier Soccer League, the League for Clubs, a new men's soccer league, which began out in California back in March, with the rest of the league joining the fold here in May. Also some more regional type leagues, such as the American Premier Soccer League, the Midwest Premier Soccer League, and a host of others as the amateur pre-professional game has expanded to new heights, not just this year and each and every year, which really affords more college players across the country a chance to play in a highly competitive market from late April through May and June into July before heading back to their respective college campuses. Both these teams have quite a few NCAA Division I and Division II college players up and down their rosters. Well, this game, again, is being played in Richmond, Virginia at the Veritas School. 85 degrees is the temps. Some storms have rolled through the area off and on today. Some lightning delays, which is why we are now at 6:02 and just a few minutes away from opening kickoff. Neither of these two teams have played yet this season. I'd like everybody to feel free to like and share us on our YouTube and Roku channel, along with a multitude of social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok, and more. And also visit our national website, thenationalsoccernetwork.com, for a wide variety of news and features of different levels of the U.S. soccer pyramid, not just in the pre-professional amateur game, but high school varsity, college soccer, youth club soccer as well, up and down that pyramid. And also on the professional side, we do have coverage in terms of stories from the NWSL, MLS, USL Championship, USL Super League, and more. on the National Soccer Network.com. Both teams still getting ready for the opening kickoff. There's about a 45-minute delay, so we should kick off here closer to 6:10 p.m. The teams were forced to go inside here at the Veritas School, wait out the storms that have passed. So as both teams continue to warm up in this weather delay, we'll be right back here on the National Soccer Network. Don't go anywhere. Women's Premier Soccer League on tap after the word from our sponsors.
Go get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
In for Baccarat, and that goes in! Hugo Baccarat gives Flint City a 3-2. Buckley, oh, the ball falls to Buckley. One-on-one with Etheridge. What a save!
Welcome into the first ever MSN All-State Media Day for Girls Soccer. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat.
Ball comes in, a good head! 1-0! Shot, another save from Etheridge! Rebound, and it goes in the back of the net. The Bulldogs up 1-0! Burzma, but then for Vlasma! 3-0! Stewart Heights with a shot! Upper 90 and in!
Effectively today here on the Michigan Soccer Network, we are launching our new division of player recruitment videos.
Mario Canoe now finds Stock. Stock's got a left-footed banger. He shoots it! It's in! The Red Hawks equalize!
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
Welcome back to the National Soccer Network. Our third time. We are just finishing up a long weather delay, lightning and some storms that rolled through the Richmond, Virginia area, delaying this game. It was supposed to start about 5:30 p.m. We are now 6:10 p.m. Both teams are huddling up in front of their benches. We should be underway here in just a few minutes. This is the 2025 Women's Premier Soccer League season opener for both teams. Both sides would love nothing more than to start off their fresh campaign with a victory here tonight. This is at the Veritas School, their soccer complex in Richmond, Virginia, where UK Football Club is the host team and MCLEAN Soccer is the visiting side. There you see the officiating crew near midfield. Both teams set for the 2025 season. The Women's Premier Soccer League has expanded and expanded greatly here the last couple of years, now over 140 teams across the country. Set to do battle here the next few months. The WPSL did announce early this year they hope to start the Women's Premier Soccer League and also add a Division II Pro tier to their system. Both teams finally trotting over to the sidelines. We'll be underway here in just a minute. So once again, Dan Stickrad on the call for the National Soccer Network. We'd like to welcome you aboard for tonight's contest. One of 7 games here on the network tonight. Don't forget to join us tomorrow afternoon and evening for a wide variety of women's and men's soccer games across the country in a wide variety of leagues. Both sides now making the traditional shout out to the midfield. Walking out for the national anthem. You look at the starting lineups for both teams. For UKFC, Ariana Jones, Corrine Jenkins, Eleanor Searcy, Aaron Jones, the goalkeeper. Grace Mitten, Hannah Vates, Jasmine Jackson, Kayla Hodges, Savannah Taylor, Skylar Daum, and Taryn Chance makes up the starting lineup for homestanding UKFC. And over on the side for McLean Soccer, Amaya Samani Walters, Calypso Raleigh, Cassandra Dolinsky, Cecilia Price, Charlotte Shapiro, the goalkeeper, Isabella Yusefi, Kira McCloskey, Kira Waller, Lily Hagmani, Samantha Field, and Samantha James rounds out the starting lineup for McLean. Their head coach is Tatiana Corby. We are just seconds away from the 2025 season. This is one of the WPSL matches of the week here on the National Soccer Network. It looks like UKFC is wearing the all-black kits. They're going left to right. McLean Soccer in the white kits going right to left. And we are officially underway here on the National Soccer Network, Veritas School in Richmond, Virginia. UKSC McLean Soccer starting things off here in the first minute. As McLean earns possession, starting to build out of the back line. McLean just working the ball out of the backfield. Turn it back, now bring it down the middle. Switching field just in the first minute. McLean's already got most of their players' touches on the ball. He's working down in that far right corner. And UKFC intercepts. Sails out of bounds. Okay, we should have a throw in on that far side. For McLean. Ball back into play. Just the second minute. For anyone just joined us, we had a 40-some-plus minute delay. Some storm action. Cruise through the Richmond area, Eastern Virginia. So McLean in their white jerseys and their green numbers. UKFC in their black kits with the white numbers. You can see the Veritas School in the near background. So McLean pressing, turning the ball over. So third minute here in the National Soccer Network. No shots or corners thus far in the match. Neither team really penetrating the final third of the opposition's side of the field. Throw in deep. In McLean territory. There's a turnover. McLean working the ball over in that left side. Looks like they've earned the game's first corner kick here in the fourth minute. We just crossed into minute number 4. Cannot see from our vantage point who serves that into the box. Long corner to the far side. McLean works it into the box, a little bit of room. There's a shot wide of frame. Aaron Jones made the stop, diving her to her right. off that McLean shot. So Aaron Jones, the Old Dominion goalkeeper, getting the first stop for either keeper in this game. As McLean unable to get a second shot off during that attack, and UKFC has returned the ball into McLean territory. 5th minute, 0-0 up in your scoreboard. 75 degrees here. Weather has been a clear factor here in the eastern states. Again, the Midwest was haunted by severe thunderstorms and tornadoes in a multitude of states yesterday. That weather has arrived here in Virginia here this afternoon and early this evening. So we are less than 2 hours away from nightfall. Sometimes those are when the storms are the scariest, when there are tornado warnings at night. You can't necessarily go outside and see. But here in the soccer pitch, we expect to see a great match. Again, these two teams were finished second and third, respectively, in the district division a year ago. McLean finished 6-1-1. They had 19 points to finish second behind the Arlington Soccer Club, and UKFC finished third. They were 4-4 overall. Finished back in 12 points. Still 5 teams in this division here in the Atlantic Conference. McLean regains possession along their back line. Arlington Soccer went 7-0-1 to win this division, but Arlington has split it into 2 teams this year. They have the Arlington Blue and the Arlington Red, and they're joined by the Alexandria Reds. UKFC and McLean Soccer in the district division here for 2025. So UKFC regains possession. Turning it over once again. McLean has the only shot in this game. A rifle from the right side through traffic. UKFC goalkeeper Aaron Jones making the stop, pushing aside that scoring threat. Now into the 7th minute. 2 45-minute halves. McLean retains possession, moving the ball around side to side, getting a lot of players' touches here in the early going. UKC sends it back to their goalkeeper, Jones, now building out of the back line. WPSL match of the week, McLean Soccer, UKFC here in Richmond, Virginia. At the Veritas School, a prestigious private school. They're using their soccer complex here this evening for this 2025 season opener. McLean knocks it back to their goalkeeper, Charlotte Shapiro. She plays her college ball at Washington University. McLean Soccer has quite a few Division I or Division II, either current or former college stars up and down their starting lineup. The likes of St. Mary's, Wisconsin, Georgetown, Florida, George Mason, VCU, American U, Concord, and Howard University. You look at UKSC starting lineup. They do have one high school graduating senior at Crosby High School there in the Richmond area, along with Longwood University, Old Dominion, Bridgewater, University of Richmond, a pair of VCU players, Adelphia University, Bridgewater, and Wake Forest. They were your 2024 NCAA Division I national runner-up. Remember, they dropped a 1-0 contest back in December to University of North Carolina, which won its 358th national championship since 1980. Both these teams very, very well equipped with very seasoned players that have shined during their youth club careers, high school careers, and now in the college game or beyond. And that's what makes a lot of these amateur and pre-professional leagues very special, because when I was a youngster growing up in the 1980s, there wasn't much of a soccer space outside of recreational soccer during the spring or summer months. Now players all over the country have a choice to play in a wide variety of leagues. UKSC works it down on that far right corner. Ball slided into the middle, headed out of bounds by McLean's defense. So corner kick number 1 coming up for UKFC. Both teams having one corner kick thus far. We're just into the 10th minute, seconds away from the 11th minute. This game is live on the National Soccer Network. There was a 42-minute delay. The game did not kick off till about 6:12 p.m. That corner kick is knocked out of bounds off the header. Goal kick coming up for McLean. Again, McLean Soccer wearing the white kits with the green numbers, and UKSC in the black kits with white numbers. So the errant pass goes out of bounds. So throw in deep in McLean territory coming up for UKFC. They try to work it again down that right side. Turn it over once again. So both teams played a lot of turnovers here in the first 10.5 minutes. Just one shot apiece from each side. One shot on goal from McLean and one corner kick apiece thus far as we're getting ready to cross into the 12th minute. 0-0 up in your scoreboard. McLean playing a little bit high pressure against that UKSC defense. UKSC moving the ball from side to side, trying to get it out of their end of the field. McLean retains possession. Now they're building off their back line, moving side to side. UKFC still looking for that first great opportunity. They did have a corner kick just a few minutes ago. The header well wide of target. UKFC retains possession, getting it over midfield. It's been a very clean game thus far. No fouls in this contest against either team as we're now in the 13th minute here on the National Soccer Network, where soccer lives, breathes, and thrives. Glad to be a part of the National Soccer Network here. We started just 3 years ago as the Michigan Soccer Network. We have moved into a national platform here back over the holiday season. We have broadcast rights in over 3,000 games here in 2025. Also free feel to like and share us on our YouTube channel, or you can catch us out over at Roku TV as well, where games are being aired 24/7. Games from this past week, or really the last 3 years, and a wide variety of teams and leagues along the U.S. soccer pyramid. As McLean earns the goal kick. McLean pressing once again, turning the ball over. Trying to play some high pressure. Earn back a steal, and there's your game's first foul. So free kick coming up deep in their own territory for UKFC. So it looks like number 14, Jasmine Jackson, was knocked down to the turf. So UKC gets it back, knocking around their back line once again, trying to build. Long through ball with no one really in that area to chase it down. Once again, UKFC can't clear the ball at the end. Turnover, McLean gets the ball deep in UKFC territory. They've earned a foul right around that right sideline, just a few yards outside the box. So dangerous opportunity coming up for McLean Soccer. So they've earned their first free kick of the evening. See what they decide to do, if they go for a short kick or try to swing one into the box, try to get a volley or header towards the goal. Ball served high into the box. Jones comes off her line to punch that ball out of harm's way. McLean gets it back just outside the box, working it towards the center of the park. And yet another foul. So this one's about 35 yards out. Free kick coming up for McLean. They just had one here about 30 seconds ago. First you don't succeed, step up and try again. So free kick coming up for McLean. So Maya Simone Walters, her free kick high above the crossbar. Right idea, trying to put something towards the framework just a little bit high. So goal kick coming up for UKFC here in the 17th. Still all level at 0 apiece. So McLean has a 2-1 shots advantage at this point of the game. 1-0 with shots on frame, and then each side collecting one corner kick apiece. Here on the National Soccer Network, Veritas School, Richmond, Virginia is the place. This Women's Premier Soccer League 2025 season opener. Atlantic Conference, the District Division. UKC gets it down deep into McLean territory, trying to find a little bit of room. Turning the ball over once again. UKC having a little problem with sustaining possession for long periods of time before they turn the ball over. So McLean back on the move, working it down that far right side. Serving it into the box, a little bit too far. So Jones, the goalkeeper for USC, there to collect the ball with her feet. Nullify that attack by McLean. 18th minute. UKSC getting working the ball on that far left side, trying to cut it back in the middle, trying to find a little bit of space. McLean knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a deep throwing coming up for UKFC here in the 18th. They'll go with a short throw. They turn the ball over. The ball rolls over the end line, so goal kick coming up for McLean Soccer Club, escaping danger in that attack by UKFC. Just one shot for the hosts, no shots on goal. McLean gets it back over on the near side, working a ball around the back line. McLean being very methodical, very patient on building their attack. McLean gets it back here on the left side, but it's a little bit too far as it Rolls out of bounds just inside midfield, so throw in coming up for UKSC. Again, UKSC going left to right on your screen there in the black and white kits. McLean Soccer in the white and green kits going right to left. But up on that scoreboard in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, still all donuts, 0-0. Chances at a premium thus far. Both defense have been quite locking it down there in the final third of the field as UKC flicks it into the box. No one making a run on that left side. 20th minute here now at the National Soccer Network. Again, these are two 45-minute halves. The WPSL began play last week and across the country. Many teams did not play in those first couple of days, but they're kicking off the 2025 campaign either tonight, Saturday, or Sunday. The WPSL expanding to over 140 teams and into 30-plus states here for the 2025 campaign. As McLean tries to get the ball over midfield, turning it over themselves once again. McLean has earned the throw to get it in outside the box, flicked into the box. That was number 13, Samantha James, trying to get around the UKSC defense, unable to do so as the Howard University star locked down on that attack. So UKSC sends it out towards midfield, earning the throw in. 21st minute now, still 0-0. You're watching the WPSL Match of the Week here on the National Soccer Network. Glad to be part of this call. Dan Stickrad, the news director, filling in here tonight. But this looks to be a corner kick coming up for the hosts. Corner kick number 2 for UKSC. A few minutes ago, they had a corner kick into the box that was headed well wide right of that post. So now the ball served in. McLean gets it out of the box. UKC working it back down on that right side. Ball kind of bouncing around the top of the box. Now McLean picking the ball off near field. They got numbers. Ball slided through but blocked. The UKSC pinches in a hurry. McLean was able to slot that ball through. That could have been a serious, dangerous opportunity for McLean. Great defense for UKSC on that counterattack. As McLean makes the game's first substitution. McLean works it off their back line once again, building out of the back, trying to find some space down the center of the park. Ball slotted over that far left side. Number 8, Cecilia Price there, trying to get across into the box. The referee said the ball went over the end line. So this should be a goal kick coming up. '23rd minute. Now we are in the minute number 24. 0-0, nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. Just 3 total shots in this game. 2 for McLean, 1 for UKSC. So that is whistled for offsides. So McLean has been able to get the ball down into the UKSC box more than once here in the last couple of minutes. Turning the ball over once and also turning it over on an offside call. So the referee is switching balls up for this slight delay. So Jones puts it back into the field of play. UKSC working off that far left side. So this should be a throw-in just inside midfield for UKFC, 25th minute. UKFC still looking for that first grand opportunity in this game. They've had 2 corner kicks and 1 shot attempt, nothing on target. McLean's defense has been sterling in this contest. McLean works it out their back line, turning it over deep in their own territory. So UKSC has numbers sliding in down that right side. Looking to get across into the box. Served in the box, bouncing off a multitude of players. That was number 14, Yasmin Jackson, breaking on that right side. The served in the box. McLean gets it out to midfield, but now they have turned the ball over once again. So we're now in the 26th minute. So McLean unsuccessful that attack. UKSC tries to work it down that far right side. As McLean makes a substitution. Number 16, Ella Valente now in the game for McLean. And number 20 for UKSC, Victoria Drake now into the contest here in the 26th minute. No score in this 2025 season opener. You're watching the Atlantic Conference, the District Division here on the National Soccer Network. Part of the ever-expanding Women's Premier Soccer League. Glad to be a part of my second game in as many days. Had a chance to be part of the broadcast team for USL League 2 men's soccer friendly yesterday between Toledoville and the Flint City Bucks. Now we're with the Women's Premier Soccer League on this Friday evening. For anyone who has joined us late, the game did not kick off till 6:12 p.m. So 42 minutes late because some lightning and some storms that passed through the Richmond, Virginia area here late this afternoon. So McLean trying to work it out towards midfield. That looks like number 12. Evelyn Javer subbed into the game here just a couple minutes ago. Was knocked down on the turf, so free kick here for McLean Soccer. Ball turned over, so UKSC building off their back line once again. It's somewhat non-physical game thus far. Just 5 combined fouls for these two teams as we're now in the 28th minute. The chances have been few and far between, just 2-1 in terms of shots in favor of McLean. 1-0 with shots on goal. That sole shot coming by McLean, and then UKSC, the homestanding side, 2-1 on corner kicks. We're now in the 28th, just seconds away from the 29th. As UKSC gets the ball outside the box, but have turned it over once again. UKSC has had some success at getting the ball into the final 30 yards of this field, but they have been plagued by turnovers in this game thus far. UKSC moving the ball around near midfield, trying to get over on that far right side. UKSC gets it in the box, slided through the middle. Ball bouncing around. Great defensive play by a defender along that far left post. McLean escaping danger. Very dangerous opportunity off the turnover. UKSC was able to get the ball down to that far near the right corner flag, slotted into the traffic. As McLean gets the ball downfield in a hurry. So just a few seconds after UKSC had a great opportunity nullified, McLean on the counterattack gets the ball downfield in a hurry. And that ball slotted through once again, but a McLean player in an offside position. I believe that's the third offside call here in the first half, all against McLean. Wearing their white and green kits here this afternoon, or should we say this evening, as we are now well past 6 p.m. 6:43 is the time up on your scoreboard. We're in the 30th minute. So UKSC gets the ball off the free kick, trying to work it down that far left side, turning it over. Ball kind of bouncing around like a ping pong ball. Now once again, McLean works it off their back line, trying to find some little space near the center of the park. Sliding over that near touch line. They have earned the throw-in, so throw-in just inside midfield for McLean. 31st minute now, still 0-0. So each and every weekend, the front office of the Women's Premier Soccer League will select their games of the week, this being one of them for week number 1. McLean Soccer Club, UKFC. Two teams expected to do well in their respective division, the district division, as part of the Atlantic Conference, as that ball served in near the 6. McLean forcing another turnover, trying to get something going here. So long ball serves through the end line. Serve back into the middle. There's a redirect wide of frame. McLean very dangerous. Once again, not on the attack, just not enough space to get a shot clean towards the target. McLean now has a 3-1 total shots advantage in this game as UKC takes the goal kick. McLean's forwards playing a lot of high pressure. Wreaked havoc on that back line in terms of forcing turnovers. But neither team able to convert thus far. The McLean player knocked down to the turf, slow to get up. Looks like that was number 14, Mary Delvecchio, was just subbed in the game here just a minute ago. So McLean works the ball off of their free kick, sending it back over to that far right side once again. Moving it side by side, using all players along the pitch, spreading the field. McLean's had a slight edge in possession so far in this game. McLean slots it over midfield, trying to find a player on that near side. Number 11, Moria Flynn had the ball redirected out of bounds, so this will be another throw-in coming up for McLean. Number 9, Courtney Mills now in the game for McLean. McLean has used most of its bench here today. So McLean Soccer had 19 players dress. As is the case for all men's and women's amateur and professional leagues across the country, these teams will carry 30, 35, 40 players on their master roster. Each league has a different limit about how many players you can actually dress or have on your bench for a particular game. UKFC dressed 16 players for today's contest. Here at the Veritas School in Richmond, Virginia, as UKSC works the ball along that right side, trying to find a little bit of space, turning it over once again. They sent it long out of their backside. So 35th minute now here on the National Soccer Network. Dan Sturkhead, part of the call, as UKC gets a shot off just wide of target. A breakdown on that backfield. UKC has been very frustrated. They're able to pick off that pass, push a shot just near the top of the 18. Number 14, Jasmine Jackson, uncorking one from that right side. It sneaks just wide left of target. So 2 shots overall for UKFC. Have not put one on target as of yet, but they've earned another turnover. And there's a shot from distance well over the crossbar. So UKFC turning up the heat here in the last minute or so. Leveling the game up to 3 total shots apiece. UKFC yet to put a shot on target. McLean has 2 shots on frame. Erin Jones, the goalkeeper for UKFC. She plays her college at Old Dominion. She's got a pair of saves in this contest. So McLean sends it down that left side. Jones intercepts. So UKFC once again will build from the back line. Now we're in the 36th minute. So just under 9 minutes plus whatever stoppage time is entered on to the end of this first half is all that's left before we head into our halftime break. So McLean gets the ball back, sending it long as goalkeeper Charlotte Shapiro from Washington University. She sends it long, intercepted by UKFC. UKC sends a ball bouncing around like a piñata here in midfield. UKC gets the ball back but turns it over once again. Now in the 37th. No score here on the National Soccer Network. Once again, Dan Stickrad on the call. Glad to be part of today's WPSL 2025 season opener. This is the WPSL Match of the Week on NSN. UKSC, McLean Soccer Club, as McLean gets ready to make yet another substitution. Number 19, Lily Hogmanny, who actually started the game, the American University product, jogs back onto the pitch. So throwing deep in their own territory for McLean, serving it along that far right side once again. So UKC working the ball, getting multiple players' touches on that far side. Trying to find a seam in that McLean defense. No passes available, but they'll take the corner kick. Corner kick number 3 coming up for homestanding UKFC here in the 38th. This ball served in from that corner flag. High above traffic, a little bit too long. No player from either side able to get a header on that ball as it rolls out of bounds. But it pins McLean back in terms of the throw-in near the right corner flag. We'll try to get the ball out of harm's way here, working it on that far side. Turning over the ball back into the box by UKFC. Only to see McLean clear it once again. 38th minute, getting ready to cross into the 39th. McLean sends it down over to Jones, the UKFC netminder, who's made a pair of stops thus far. They send it long once again. Yet another substitution now for McLean Soccer Club, number 10. Grace Mitten now back in the game. She's from Bridgewater University. One of 2 players. Excuse me, there's number 10, Kira Walter. My apologies. Kira Walter's from the University of Virginia. Both teams trading off attacks, trying to find a way to get up on that scoreboard first. 39th, now in the 40th minute. So just about 6 minutes left here in the first half. No significant injuries, no goals, just 6 combined fouls and no cards thus far. So unless something drastic happens in the last 5.5 minutes, we don't expect to see a ton of stoppage time at the end of the first half. UKC trying to find a way through that McLean defense, turning it over. So throw in. Coming up for McLean in their white and green kits, getting the ball back in the field of play. UKC used the ball on that far side, knocking it back to their back line. Jones playing it over to one of her marking backs, knocking it back into the mid before she sends it long out towards midfield. McLean intercepting. Now McLean on the attack on that far right side in front of the stands. So throwing coming up deep in UKS territory for McLean as they send it back in the field of play, working it to the top of the box, trying to find a little bit of space. And UKSC just opts to send it long out towards midfield, out of bounds. So 41st minute now here on the National Soccer Network. No score as of yet. There's a ball through. McLean trying to get the ball into the box. The referee does blow his whistle. There's a yellow card issued to a UKC player. Looks like number 3. Estella Jarski-Prado whistled for the foul, and that was a stride inside the box. So a penalty has been called. Great opportunity here in the 42nd minute for McLean. That ball was just inside the box. Evelyn Javers set to take the PK for McLean. She shits it to that left side into the back of the net. And there's your first goal of the game in the 42nd. So Evelyn Jenner's tricked up, making a run on that right side. She was a stride inside the box. She earns the penalty. Javers tucks one into the back of the net in the 42nd minute. So 1-0 advantage late here in the first half here in the National Soccer Network. McLean Soccer Club in control now with the advantage. So McLean with their 4th overall shot, 3rd on frame, finds the back of the net. As there's a shot wide of target for UKFC. A left-footed banger from about 25 yards out, sails wide left of the post. You're wondering the way this game has been flowing. Both teams have been having a tough time consistently possessing the ball for long periods of time. So you figure there might have to be a free kick of some sort to open up this game, and that's exactly what McLean's been able to do as they push it along that far right side. Jones coming off her line, well off her line for UKSC to clear that ball. Just a minute and a half ago, McLean goes up 1-0 courtesy of an Evelyn Javers penalty kick goal. So we'll see if there's enough time or enough in the tank for UKSC to net an equalizer here before the break, or if McLean can create another chance and put up a second goal here before the break. Free kick coming up inside midfield for UKSC, serving it long down that right side. No one there to make that run. Now in the 44th minute, Just seconds away from crossing into the 45th. So we're down the last couple minutes here on the tail end of half number 1 here at the National Soccer Network. You're watching the WPSL Match of the Week, McLean Soccer Club, UKFC out of Richmond, Virginia. The site is the Veritas School, the Veritas Soccer Complex in Richmond, Virginia. Now in the 45th, so we're down to about a minute and a half left at the end of this first half. UKFC gets a throw in deep in McLean territory, looking to get one last opportunity here before the break. Ball served into the box, kind of squeaking through traffic. Charlotte Shapiro there, scoop. So 44-51, down to the final seconds here of the first half. Ball out of bounds. So the referee looks like we're going to have a drop ball on that far left side. So McLean earns it back, sends it out towards midfield. We are now 20 seconds into stoppage time here on the National Soccer Network, half number 1. McLean. So we're now 1 minute into stoppage time here at the end of the first half. McLean forcing that turnover near midfield, trying to find a little bit of space. Player tripped up. Referee says play on. McLean getting numbers off the throw and inside midfield, looking for one last opportunity to add a second goal here at the end of the first half. And the referee has blown his whistle. Half number 1 has come to a completion here on the National Soccer Network. This Atlantic Conference, the District Division WPSL Match of the Week. First half ends in favor of McLean Soccer Club. They're up 1-0 here at the break, courtesy of a 42nd minute goal off the foot of Evelyn Javers is all we've had here in the first half. Once again, you're watching WPSL Match of the Week on the National Soccer Network. Don't go anywhere. Half number 2 coming up in about 10 minutes on NSN. We'll see you here after this word from our sponsors.
Go get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
In for Baccarat, and that goes in! Hugo Baccarat gives Flint City a 3-2. Buckley, all the ball falls to Buckley. One-on-one with Etheridge. What a save!
Welcome into the first ever MSN All-State Media Day for Girls Soccer. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrett.
Ball comes in, a good head! 1-0! Shot, another save from Etheridge! Rebound, and it goes in the back of the net. The Bulldogs up 1-0! Burzma, but then for Vlasma! 3-0! Stuart Heiss with a shot! Upper 90 and in!
Effectively today here on the Michigan Soccer Network, we are launching our new division of player recruitment videos.
Mario Canoe now finds Stock. Finally, Stock's got a left-footed banger. He shoots it! It's in! The Red Hawks equalize!
You'll get it done.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
In for Baccarat, and that goes in! Hugo Baccarat gives Flint City a 3-2. Buckley, all the ball falls to Buckley. One-on-one with Etheridge. What a save!
Welcome into the first ever MSN All-State Media Day for Girls Soccer. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrett.
Ball comes in, a good head! 1-0! Shot, another save from Etheridge! Rebound, and it goes in the back of the net. The Bulldogs up 1-0! Burzma, but then for Vlasma! 3-0! Do it Heights with a shot! Over 90 and in!
Effectively today here on the Michigan Soccer Network, we are launching our new division of player recruitment videos.
Mario Canoe now finds Stock. Stock's got a left-footed banger. He shoots it, and it's in! The Red Hawks equalize!
You'll get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
In for Baccarat, and that goes in! Hugo Baccarat gives Flint City a 3-2. Buckley, all the ball falls to Buckley. One-on-one with Etheridge. What a save!
Welcome into the first ever MSN All-State Media Day for girls soccer. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrett.
Ball comes in, a good hit! 1-0. Shot, another save from Etheridge. Rebound, and it goes in the back of the net. The Bulldogs up 1-0. Burzma, but then for Vlasma. 3-0. Stewart Heights with a shot. Upper 90 and in.
Effectively today here on the Michigan Soccer Network, we are launching our new division of player recruitment videos.
Mario Canoe now finds Sock. Finds Sock's got a left-footed banger. He shoots it, and it's in! The Red Hawks equalize!
Well, welcome back to the National Soccer Network, half number 2 of this WPSL Match of the Week, set to begin here in just a few seconds. McLean Soccer Club homestanding UKFC, set for another 45 minutes of battle on the soccer pitch here at the Veritas School, Veritas Soccer Complex in Richmond, Virginia. Dan Stickrett along for the ride of today's match. First half somewhat evenly played, but McLean Soccer able to get the first goal of the game courtesy of an Evelyn Javers penalty kick goal in the 42nd minute. As McLean took that 1-0 advantage into the break. Half number 2 underway here in the National Soccer Network. McLean 4-3 total shots in that first half. 2-0 with shots on frame. UKFC was able to get a 3-1 edge off of corner kicks, unable to show for that up on the scoreboard. As McLean is starting to press along that back line of UKFC, trying to find a little bit of operating space down the center of the park. And UKFC able to clear it out towards midfield, so McLean coming out with a little bit of energy now. UKFC getting the ball down into the McLean final third of the field. Looking to get a counterattack opportunity. The ball served into the box. That was Aislinn Wright, number 1, now on goal for McLean there to make the stop. So Wright taking over the goalkeeping duties here in the second half for Charlotte Shapiro, who did not have to make an official save in that first 45 minutes of play for McLean, which is working the ball along that far left side, trying to find an opening in that UKSC defense. Playing with a 1-0 advantage here at the start of the second half, 47th minute. Here on the National Soccer Network, the ball served into the box. McLean gets it back, trying to serve it back in towards the box. Ball bouncing around. Multitude of players from both teams getting touches on the ball. McLean earns it back, so they will build in just from inside midfield. Now UKC gets the ball back over midfield, trying to find a spot on that long right side. Here's a long ball. Collected down in the corner, so UKC putting a little pressure on McLean's defense. Ball slotted through the box. No player from either side able to get a touch on that. That was dangerous here in the 48th. McLean's defense bending but not breaking. That was a great opportunity for UKFC to get their first shot on frame, unable to get it forward to get a touch on that ball. They've earned the possession back, knocking it back towards midfield. And there's a shot on target by McLean. Looked like number 8. Excuse me, number 9, Skylar Down with that shot. That was on target, knocked out of bounds here early in the second half. Aaron Jones knocking out of play, so a corner kick, second of the game coming up for McLean. So they're looking to pad their 1-0 advantage here in the 49th. That ball served into the box. Jones is there to room that cross. UKSC's players jog out of the box trying to get the ball out of their own half of the field. There's a long ball down in the middle of the park. The referee has stopped play. Having a conversation with one of McLean's players. A trainer has jogged out on the field, so minor injury of a McLean player. She's up on her feet on her own accord as we will have a drop ball out there near midfield. Here in the 50th minute, you're watching Women's Premier Soccer League Match of the Week on the National Soccer Network. McLean Soccer Club, UKFC, here in beautiful Richmond, Virginia. McLean's made a substitution of an injured player. And after about a minute and a half delay, we're back into action. UKSC gets the ball. They work it down that right side at the top of the box, trying to find a little space, cutting back in the middle. There's a shot right into the arms of Aislinn Wright, the goalkeeper for McLean. She was just subbed into the game here at the start of the second half. So UKC unable to get a single shot on frame in the first half. 2 in the first 4 minutes and 50 seconds of the second half. Both of those shots stopped by Wright. UKC on the move once again on that far right side. Cutting it back into the top of the box. Sliding into the traffic. The ball looked like it went off a defender's leg of McLean. So corner kick number 4. First of the second half coming up for UKFC. So it's like number 2, Taryn Chance taking this corner kick from the right side. Put the high ball in the middle of the box, headed up high. Right there to punch the loose ball away from the goal line. McLean knocks it out of the penalty area, out of bounds, so they escape danger off that corner kick. UKFC much more aggressive, much more assertive here to start the second half as we cross into the 52nd. 3 shot attempts, 2 shots on goal, 1 corner kick here in the first 6 minutes of the second half after they collected 3 shots, nothing on target, and 3 corner kicks in the first half. But UKSC, the homesteading side, trying to come back from a 1-0 deficit. For those of you who joined us late, there was a 42-minute delay due to weather. Lightning and storms rolled through the area off and on here today, here in Richmond, Virginia. This game did not kick off until 6:12 p.m., 42 minutes after the original 5:30 kickoff was pushed back. So McLean earns a foul deep in their own territory. So first foul of the second half against UKSC. The ball slided out towards midfield. UKSC retains possession along their back line. 53rd minute, Dan Stickred on the call. Glad you're along for a ride at today's WPSL match of the week. Tons of soccer action from coast to coast here on the National Soccer Network this weekend and every weekend throughout the spring and summer months. There's literally thousands of amateur pre-professional games here on the network. A wide variety of different leagues in the soccer space. As McLean gets the ball along that far right side, looking to get the ball in towards the box. Slotted through traffic. There's a cross. Two McLean players made the run. The ball bounces out of bounds. So McLean very dangerous on that attack, unable to get a shot off. Trying to squeak the ball through in that far post. As UKSC makes a substitution. Corrine Jenkins back into the game for UKFC as they work the ball on their back line, trying to get it out towards midfield. McLean intercepts. Their defense has been great in this game, not allowing UKSC to get too much possession at one time. UKC knocks it far along that left side, out of bounds. So they'll get a throw-in deep in McLean territory, 54th minute. Served into the middle of the park. There's a shot well wide of frame. Number 7, Ariana Jones taking that shot for UKFC, but well off target. So McLean has dodged a few bonus here in the first 8 minutes of the second half. UKFC only 3 shot attempts in that first half. They've already had 4 shots and 2 on target here to start the second half. They've clearly made some adjustments during the halftime intermission. The players for UKSC definitely hearing the halftime speech, taking it to heart, trying to find a way to get back into this game. You can see kind of the fog coming back a little bit on the camera screen here in the second half.
In Washington Township, the Michigan Stars U23 Legends FC, right here live on the National Soccer Network. We'll bring you now inside of the Washington Township Michigan Stars Sports Center. As the Stars get ready.
So feel free to join our YouTube channel. Chat about today's game or any game along the platform here this evening and this weekend. Tell us where you're watching the game from. Tell us who you choose to win this game. Will McLean end up on top? Will UKSC find a way to level the game up and take the advantage? Or will this game end in a dreaded draw? So tonight's broadcast is being aired over on our Roku TV channel. You can catch out live action of games or replays of different levels of the soccer pyramid, not just from 2025, but the last couple years. Amateur games, professional indoor games, high school varsity, small college soccer, even various levels of the youth soccer pyramid. Games on our network coming in from all levels of soccer, all sides of the country. Just this weekend alone, games coming in from over 30 states from across the country. Here on the National Soccer Network, you're watching exclusive WPSL Match of the Week here on NSN. McLean Soccer Club up 1-0. Courtesy of that 42nd minute goal, UKSC trying to find a way to get back into this contest. So McLean works it on that far left side, trying to get the ball into the middle of the field, create another chance. Ball knocked into the box, knocked back out of the box. McLean putting a lot of pressure on that back line of UKSC. There's a through ball. Ball bouncing around off of Jones, a collision. So McLean whistled for the foul. Let's take a look at that replay just a moments ago. The ball, McLean working the ball, slotted into the box. 17 collides with the goalkeeper. So Jones, the goalkeeper for UKSC, makes the initial stop before a whistle was blown a few seconds later. So Erin Jones, Old Dominion goalkeeper, in between the pipes tonight for UKSC. She's made 4 saves so far in this game, as McLean putting a lot of pressure again on that back line of UKSC, trying to add a second goal here in the 58th minute. Still plenty of time, 32 minutes plus stoppage time is left up on that scoreboard as UKSC gets the ball down on the hurry and looking for a counterattack opportunity on that right side. Served into the box high above right, the goalkeeper for McLean, but a defender was there around the 6 to bail her out. She chips it out of harm's way. So now McLean is on the counterattack, getting the ball on that far left side. They quickly turn the ball over. So both teams have had some chances. We've had 6 combined shots in the second half, 4 shots on frame, a corner kick aside. So we now just crossed into the minute number 59. Whistle blown, so foul coming up against UKSC. Free kick just inside midfield for McLean. So free kick for McLean. That's served from the far left side into the box. Ball bouncing high towards the framework, but never fear. Erin Jones is there to caroom that loose ball. Shot was from distance, over 45 yards out. Off the free kick, sneaking through traffic, a one-hopper into the arm of Jones. Now UKC knocks it long. Down that near side. But this will be a throw-in for McLean, deep in their own territory. 60th minute now. UKSC trying to put a little pressure on McLean's back line. 60th minute, trying to find a way to get an equalizer here. Down to about 31 minutes. Plenty of time for UKSC to level this game up, but still plenty of time for visiting McLean Soccer Club to add another goal onto the tally. Number 12 now into the game. That's Evelyn Javers. She was responsible for that first half goal. She took a stride on that right side, just inside the box, tripped up, awarded the penalty kick. She leaves, no doubt. Put her side, McLean Soccer, up 1-0, but UKSC putting a little pressure, trying to find a little bit of space on that right side. Cleared by McLean out near in midfield, so McLean serving the ball well into the penalty box on the far side. Jones there to clear it for UKSC. Both teams resulting in a little bit of long ball here in the last couple minutes. 61st minute here on the National Soccer Network. This is the WPSL Match of the Week. Dan Stickrad, your National Director of News, glad to be part of tonight's broadcast. If you're looking for news about soccer across the country, feel free to visit our nationalsoccernetwork.com website. Also like and share us, our YouTube channel, Roku. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok. So that ball ends over the end line. So this should be a corner kick coming up for McLean. Second of the second half, third overall. For McLean, they're wearing the white jerseys with the green numbers. UKFC, the black jerseys with the white numbers, as this corner kick is served high into the box. There's a header off a target. And that kind of rolls out towards the right side. And off the field of play. So throw in for UKC deep in their own territory. Not allowing McLean to get a shot off of that corner kick. McLean makes another substitution. Evelyn Casadabin now in the game for McLean. Both teams have used multitude of players off their bench in this contest. McLean gets it in the middle. There's a shot towards Frame Jones. She leaps high up the upper 90 to punch that ball out of the field of play. That was a dangerous opportunity for McLean. That was an absolute rifle. Let's take a look at the replay. This is about 35 yards out of play. Cut back in the middle. The shot kind of bending towards that right post, upper 90.
Go get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
And for Baccarat, and that goes in! Hugo Baccarat gives Flint City a 3-2. Buckley, oh, the ball falls to Buckley. One-on-one with Etheridge. What a save!
Welcome into the first ever MSN All-State Media Day for girls soccer. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrett.
Ball comes in, a good hit! 1-0. Shot, another save from Etheridge. Rebound, and it goes in the back of the net. The Bulldogs up 1-0. Burzma, but then for Vlasma. 3-0. Stewart Heiss with a shot. Upper 90 and in.
Effectively today here on the Michigan Soccer Network, we are launching our new division of player recruitment videos.
Mario Canoe now finds Stock. Finds Stock's got a left-footed banger. He shoots it, and it's in! The Red Hawks equalize!
Go get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
In for Baccarat, and that goes in! Hugo Baccarat gives Flint City a 3-2. Buckley, all the ball falls to Buckley. One-on-one with Etheridge. What a save!
Welcome into the first ever MSN All-State Media Day for Girls Soccer. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickerat.
Ball comes in, a good hit! 1-0! Shot, another save from Etheridge! Rebound, and it goes in the back of the net. The Bulldogs up 1-0! Burzma, but then from Lasma! 3-0! Stewart Heiss with a shot! Upper 90 and in!
Effectively today here on the Michigan Soccer Network, we are launching our new division of player recruitment videos.
Mario Canoe now finds Stock. Finds Stock's got a left-footed banger. He shoots it, and it's in! The Red Hawks equalize!
Welcome back to the National Soccer Network. After a mere 20-minute delay in terms of the camera feed from the Veritas School on the campus in Richmond, Virginia, camera feed is just simply dropped. UKFC camera crew tried to feverishly get the feedback, and now we are back live on the National Soccer Network 20 minutes later or so. So late in the first half. We lost the feed in about the 62nd minute, so we're down to the last 5 minutes before stoppage time. Still 1-0 in favor of McLean Soccer Club. UKFC trying to get back into this game for a late equalizer. It's been a day of delays and technical difficulty. The game didn't start till 6:12. It was originally scheduled for 5:30. As lightning and severe weather rolled through the Richmond, Virginia area. UKSC working it ball into the box here in the last couple minutes of regulation. McLean carries it high and long out of harm's way. So 88th minute. McLean gets it over midfield. Still trying to protect that 1-0 advantage here late in the second half. Dan Stickrad back. Glad you stuck around with us. The UKC camera crew lost the feed. They're back online as McLean works it in towards the middle of the park. UKC defender is there kind of guarding the ball as Jones scoops it up. She works it out of the penalty box in a hurry. 89th minute now. Getting ready to cross in the 90th minute, and we have done so here. Ball out at midfield. UKC pushing everything up front to try to get an equalizer here late. Yeah. So UKC trying to get the ball out of the far right corner. Down to less than a minute plus stoppage time on the end of the second half. UKC desperately trying to get back into this game. Down 1-0, courtesy of a 42nd minute goal. McLean's Evelyn Javers converted a penalty kick after she was tripped up just a stride inside the box. The game stood 1-0 in favor of McLean heading into the break. That's where we're at here now, late in the second half. UKC gets the ball in the box, trying to get a shot off. Ball bouncing off several different players. McLean getting the ball out of the box, trying to clear the ball long. Now officially crossed into stoppage time, 91st minute. And the referee has blown his whistle. This game has come to a completion. We do apologize for losing the camera feed. The UKFC camera operator lost the feed, trying to get it back online. We were able to catch it the last 5 minutes, but the game ended with a 1-0 victory in favor of the McLean Soccer Club here on the National Soccer Network. We're at full time. Once again, Dan Stickrad, thanks for being part of today's broadcast. Again, we do apologize for the camera feed and technical difficulties, but McLean opening up the 2025 campaign with a 1-0 victory over homestanding UKFC. So we will go into the final minutes. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us here on the National Soccer Network. Have a blessed weekend. And we'll see you here back tomorrow on the National Soccer Network for a wide variety of games in the Women's Premier Soccer League and other amateur and professional games across the country. Dan Stickrad, thanks for joining our broadcast, and we'll see you tomorrow.